that is not the filter I was hoping to achieve. Thank you, Facebook. I wanted to share with you something about private practice. Now, if you're a mental health professional or an allied health professional who has access to Medicare rebates under the Better Access scheme, then this video is for you. If you're a business owner not in the mental health professions, you are excused. I know what it's like to stay in the dark and to hide from knowledge, to hide from the possibility that you might not be right. I know what it's like to stay in that little den of isolation, hoping upon hope that the nasty monsters outside your little cave are going to go away of their own accord. Guess what? Right now, we've got a bunch of mental health professionals who are currently being audited by Medicare. And I'm sad to say that it's actually resulted in an increase in the amount of fear and confusion in the mental health community around what is right and what is not right when it comes to better access. Now, Better Access was released in 2006-2007, and I was one of the original trainers when the initiative was first released. I was trained by what was then called the Tasmanian Medicare Local. Actually, they sent me to Melbourne for training with the national trainers to run training here in Tasmania for GPs, mental health professionals, and allied health professionals who are eligible under Better Access provisions. Now, since 2007, there's been a huge amount of change within the Better Access system. Now, somebody I do know was audited recently and only realised because of audit that she'd been basing her knowledge on how she was trained back in 2007 and wasn't aware of some of the more recent changes since 2011 and beyond. So, it's easy to think that you've got the right knowledge. It's easy to think that it's okay. I know what this is about. I know what I can do, what I can't do. I know what's required of me. But the trouble is there's so much confusion. So much confusion. Do you know the difference between a mental health care plan and a referral? Do you know the difference between a referral and a re-referral? Between a re-referral and a review? Do you know what a course of treatment consists of? Do you know what the minimum obligations are for your reporting obligations? Is it possible that you're actually overdoing it? That also happens. So I want you to be thinking about whether or not you're sitting in the dark, hoping that you won't be audited, hoping that the monsters will go away, closing your eyes, squeezing them up really tight, and peeking out occasionally. Because if you are, it's a little bit like standing in the rain hoping you're not going to get wet. Because if you're accidentally non-compliant, that won't save you. If you're just ignorant of the rules, that won't save you. And it's actually not fair. I get it. Totally not fair. When you get your provider number, what training do you get offered by Medicare? You get told to go and look at the MBS, right? Have you looked at that thing? Have you seen how huge that is? Have you tried to find any relevant information on it? Have you tried to get guidance from the Medicare helpline? I know of a practice who rang the Medicare helpline. 5 people rang at the same time to ask the same question. It's not rocket science to figure out what happened. They got 5 different answers. Now, I'm not going to diss the staff on the Medicare helpline. I wouldn't want that job either. But I tell you what, humans interpreting clunky legislation are sometimes going to get it wrong or inconsistent when we're sitting in a grey area. So have a think about whether or not you are nervous about audit. Trying really hard not to fearmonger here, just trying to say it like it is. Because I'm seeing people who are under audit having to pay back a lot of money and reaching out to me now for some mentoring around how to be compliant in the future. I've got over 370, I think at last count, mental health professionals, allied health professionals who've done my training, and they feel still scared of what might happen at audit, but they feel much more confident that if they were audited they'd be on the better side of mostly right, because there are always going to be grey areas. We can't be 100% accurate with our Medicare compliance, but we can be a long way away from 100% non-compliant by mistake. So have a think. If you think some training is what you need, get in now, because my training is still quite inexpensive, ridiculously inexpensive. It's going to move to a more user-friendly platform one of these days, and when I do, the cost involved in me doing that will mean the price is going to go up. It's only $97, less than one client. So have a look at my website, tesscrawley.com.au, click on the Mentoring for Mental Health Professionals tab, or go to the resources and the products and the programs section of the website. You'll find it. The link is in the description that I've put to this video. And I'm actually going to be touching base with you for a while now, heading towards the end of the year. I launched the Medicare training in November last year, or maybe it was December last year. And like I say, over 370 odd clinicians have done that training. I feel better knowing that they've done the training. Now, the training currently sits within a closed Facebook group, which means that you get to interact with other participants really, really well and really closely. I'm very active in the group, so when people have got questions, not only do other group members answer those questions to the best of their abilities, I'm in there keeping eyes on and answering many of those questions myself. So you do get ongoing support once you've done the training. So stop today. I just want you to stop and think. Am I 100% confident that I know exactly what I'm doing, so that if I was selected for audit tomorrow, I would have no worries in the world? I'm not even that confident, but I do know that my compliance is spot on. So if I was audited, it would only be fear of being audited. It would only be like, oh my God, I've never been audited before. What does that feel like? It would not be fear of being totally non-compliant. And that's a different feeling, isn't it? So if I can help you, let me know. Have a look at the website or send me a message. Happy to do what I can to support you so that you step out of the dark, step out of denial, and move forward with some knowledge that's actually going to improve the way you do private practice. Have a fabulous day. Bye.